How's it going, guys? Well, this is a little bit of a vlog entry. I just had the craziest wake up call. And I don't mean like literally, like I just woke up. Like I was after already making breakfast and drinking my coffee and everything. You know, uh, my night's sleep here, on the mountain camping. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. Didn't need the rain fly or anything, but I had my tent set up with all my stuff in it. And this is the craziest sign. It's a sign of cleansing. I know that much. But back to the fact that it was a rude awakening. This is what's going on. I don't know if you could tell, but look around. Everything around me is bone dry, and even I am bone dry, right? And this entire campsite, no rain, no nothing. It's perfectly dry. But I set my there we go. I set my tent up just over this little hill here on a spot. And within seconds, not even minutes. Okay, keep in mind the forecast did not call for rain, and it's technically not even raining. But I am up in the mountains, so the clouds are coming in. Within seconds, my tent went from completely bone dry to absolutely absorbing all the moisture, and it just started pouring down from the trees, and it turned into a sponge. It is completely soaked. Now, almost nothing that I own or anything here got wet, but the thing that did get wet was the only thing that really gives me like a small sense of comfort when I go camping. Otherwise I'm just sleeping in the truck or I'd have to sleep on the ground. And now this thing is completely soaked, and it only took seconds. Like it didn't even take minutes until all of a sudden I started seeing drops coming through the membrane, through past the rain fly. I had the rain fly on anyways, because I saw that it was misty, and then just instantly started getting soaked. Everything is muddy, but and only the things that are attached to my tent, the rain fly, the tent, the poles completely covered in mud, and this backpack that I keep everything in completely soaked. But nothing else got soaked. Now, I got super heated. I got super mad. And I knew I was getting mad consciously. I knew I was getting angry about it. The thing is the entire time I was saying to myself that I would not be mad if it was raining everywhere and everything was getting wet. I would have just been like, oh well, it's cleansing. It's raining, it's cleansing. But the tent was getting soaked in the spot that it was in, and not even 2 feet, not even a meter from the tent, bone dry. Everything around me, bone dry. But the only place it was coming down was right where my tent was set up. And I had to scramble. I had to get everything out of there and packed away again, because I'm not really sure. I wasn't sure. I'm still not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure if it's going to rain. It looks to me like it's clearing up. The rain's just completely stopping. I mean, like I said, this is a what, like 5.5, like 6 foot by 6 foot tent, and the only place it rained was on the tent and completely soaked it. If I don't figure out a way to dry this sucker out and get all this mud off, it's going to be moldy. And now I know that this thing is not going to work in harsh weather. We got winter, here. So I'm just putting in this little vlog entry onto the channel because sometimes shit happens, and you really have to monitor, not necessarily monitor your vibration. Obviously that's kind of like repetitive to say that. Oh, monitor your vibration, don't get angry. No, you're gonna get angry in these times. All right. Was it Neptune, I think just went direct, I think it is. And Neptune was coming out in my readings. If you haven't checked them, go ahead and check my latest video. Latest 2 videos, I believe. Neptune came out a couple times. and wasn't really sure, but now I am sure. The Great Attractor lined up with, I believe, lined up with Venus. I could be wrong about that. But the Great Attractor came into play and Neptune went direct. Um, so have your moment, you know, but just understand that shit happens for a reason. And you might get certain signs like that, like I just experienced, where it just seems impossible for the only thing to get completely soaked was the one little thing that I'm living in. I don't have a home. I go camping, I sleep in my truck, I make the sacrifice. Because it's part of my story, it's part of my evolution, and part of my letting go, and regaining a sense of control and responsibility in my life. So if that resonates with you, let me know. Hit the thumbs up. But essentially, essentially, yeah, these things happen, and you have to take the good with the bad, and don't just look at your frustrations and abandon yourself, and your life's purpose just because um like maybe I want to call I want to call this like a supernatural thing, because that is just insane how the entire area is bone dry, and this is a big area. And the area that I was set up in, literally all surrounding the entire tent, was completely bone dry. Okay, but the thing that got soaked to the bone was the one thing that kind of brought me a sense of comfort. Now, I am going to figure out what I'm going to do, and I'm going to see if I can get a tarot read going on here, but I just wanted to at least get this video going, to let you guys know that things will happen. We got Mercury retrograde coming up on the 13th, and miscommunications are going to happen, shit's going to go awry, and stuff that you're not going to be able to explain. In one of my community posts, I accidentally put that it was the 28th, but that was actually last year. Mercury went retrograde around this time, and we are on the 6th today. At least when I'm filming this, it's on the 6th. I don't know if I'll be able to upload this because I don't know if I have signal. But yeah, coming up on the 13th, Mercury goes retrograde, and when Mercury goes retrograde, that will be the finale and the ending of the Mercury retrograde series on this channel. And I mean, what else is there to say? Make sure you guys stay positive, and do your breathing, and stay dry. Namaste. Love you guys. Bye.